Right. I mean, Martin, I think what Sam underscored is that we can't really know for sure what's going on, and we probably will never know the full story. But what we do know is that this person who was a personal pick of Xi Jinping, who jumped over a lot of experienced people and rose precipitously through the ranks to rise to the foreign minister position has, precipitously fallen, and it's kind of a stunning fall. And even the health explanation has been rolled out only sort of tersely and not in any official statements. So even that, there's lots of reason to question exactly whether or not that's the real truth. Um, so he probably upset somebody, did something that inclined Xi Jinping to believe that he was not the appropriate person to continue in this role. So now we're back to Wang Yi, who is tried and true, and who has worked closely with Xi Jinping for a long time, was already playing a heavy role in foreign policy decisions and his director office. And so I think in some ways we're probably going to see maybe more consistency in terms of messaging and actions on the part of Chinese foreign officials. On the other hand, Wang Yi is a little bit more of a wolf warrior. That was a way that he and Qin Gang differed. That was a difference that was kind of underscored in the meetings that Blinken held with each man while he was in Beijing in June. And that could mean that things are going to get a little bit more frosty or a little bit more tense between the United States and China once again. We just have to see.
And let me ask you, this is sort of a pretty provocative question, but let's go there. Let's try this, right? If we were to step outside of the story and take a look in and replace the characters, I mean, if something like this had happened in the States, if, let's say, Anthony Blinken went missing for a month and something like this happened, right? This would have been a much, 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 much bigger story, wouldn't it? I mean, we're talking about, so that's good, but it doesn't seem to be making the kind of headlines that we would have thought it would. Or is it just a situation of we're just getting almost immune to what happens in autocracies and dictatorships?
Well, I do think that there is an element of understanding that we can't know what we're not going to be privy to, what we're not going to be told. But there certainly has been plenty of discussion on Chinese social media, and although the censors have gone to work on some of it, they haven't, for instance, done much to scrub social media channels of pretty suggestive posts from the woman who was allegedly Qin Gang's mistress, and they seem to have allowed that rumor to run rampant. And that suggests to me that either there's a story there, or that's a good story to distract from what the truth may be.